Okay, so now comes the part of the show where we talk about questions that you have for me. If you have a question, please write in at the bottom of this video or send us a little note over the emails. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please just leave a little comment. If you're listening to this on the app or wherever you get your podcasts, feel free to write in and send us your questions. This is a question I have gotten a lot about what is the post-retrograde shadow period all about. So this is the deal. For about 10 days after Mercury has stationed direct, we are in the post-retrograde shadow period. So about 10 days before Mercury retrogrades, and then Mercury's retrograde for 3 weeks and then 10 days after Mercury stations direct, we're still in the same storyline. So think of it this way. I walk down the stairs to go outside. And then I realize that I have forgotten my keys. I have to stop, turn around, that's Mercury stationing retrograde, go back up the stairs, get my keys, that's Mercury stationing direct, then go back down the stairs just to get to the door that I was at when I realized I forgot my keys. So the journey of going down, pausing, going back up, getting the thing, pausing, going back down again is the Mercury retrograde and the pre and the post retrograde shadow periods. Because the first time I go through the stairway and get to the door is the pre-retrograde shadow period. Before retrograde happens, Mercury moves through those stairs or those degrees of the zodiac that it's going to eventually have to go backtrack up or backtrack to. So Mercury is not retrograde yet, but pretend Mercury is me. I go down the stairs, get to the door. I forgot my keys. Retrograde, have to go back, get my keys, station direct, go back. I still have to go back down the stairs. I've already been here. And then I get to the door and then I'm free. And then I get to go on a new adventure. Got my things, had to do the review, had to go back and get the stuff. Maybe on the way I realized I also forgot my phone. Good thing I forgot my tea or I forgot the thing that I was actually going to bring to the tailor to get fixed. And I realized like all these things that I forgot on the way back to get my keys. So the post-Mercury retrograde shadow period is that period of time where we're like, okay, I've gathered my stuff. I realized what was broken. I did my best to fix it. And now I got to get back to where I was when the whole thing started. So a lot of people find that the post-retrograde period is the worst. I don't really know why. I don't actually have a good astrological reason for it. I just let you know what I hear. But definitely the preview, like the pre-retrograde shadow period, it's like, is everything okay? I'm not sure. And then you're like, oh God, no, it's not. Okay, wait, I forgot the things. And then the going back up the stairs is just annoying, right? The actual retrograde's like, oh God, I gotta do, I'm late. And then the going back down the stairs to get back to the place that we were can sometimes seem like more work than it needs to be. Maybe not in my example, but in the actual 10 days after the retrograde ends, sometimes that's when we're like, oh my God, wait, I forgot everything. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, wait, hold on. I got my keys, but now I remember like, I was never going to even make it to the place I was going to. My Uber didn't even come or whatever. I didn't have my bus token. So it's that time where we might feel like extra scrambly after the retrograde's actually over. And I'm not saying this so that you can blame more time or more things going wrong on the Mercury retrograde. Please don't do that. It doesn't make anybody look good. And it's not the best use of astrology. Although I will agree with you, Mercury retrogrades are generally annoying. And I will counter that by saying Mercury retrogrades give us the best fixes to the problems we didn't even know we had. So that post-Mercury retrograde shadow period is just like the, oh God, it wasn't even just that. I had all these other things that I forgot to do or that weren't working or that, wow, there was like a whole host of emails that I missed. That kind of vibe. So for about 10 days after the Mercury retrograde's done, we're still dealing with the aftermath and then we're in the clear. And then a couple months later, we'll do it all again because Mercury retrogrades like 3 to 4 times a year, mostly 3 times a year, but that's a lot. It's a lot of time. So we're meant to be reviewing our lives and our process quite a bit.